13 laptops, Inspiron laptops, and 2-in-1s. Plus, get savings on select accessories, free shipping, and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Save today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Cookie wants to be a professional wrestler.
I'm Cookie Serratos, and I'm 11 years old.
She also wants to win all the medals. That's why Cookie and her family make every day count, squeezing out her best with Go-Go Squeeze.
Okay, Cookie, let's break for a Go-Go Squeeze.
Go-Go Squeeze fruit-on-the-go pouches are a nutritious snack made from 100% fruit with no sugar added.
Go, Cookie!
Because when you nurture your kids, you squeeze out the best in them. Squeeze out the best with Go-Go Squeeze. Not a low-calorie food. Products range from 11 to 13 grams of sugar and 60 to 70 calories per serving.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We have the Arizona Wildcats covered on game day like no one else. We are Wildcats Radio 1290. This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
And off to Love to the free throw line underneath the Ballo. Posted up on Amac. Working his way into the paint. Turnaround shot is good. Boy, Oumar off to a quick start. He just went over 1,000 points now in his Arizona career, and he's got 9 tonight.
Oumar Ballo was simply the man this evening for the Arizona Wildcats in a 91-65 victory over the California Golden Bears. 8 shots taken, 8 shots made. Went 6 of 11 from the line, 22 points, 13 rebounds. 6 of those came at the offensive end. He is now in the 1,000-point club at the University of Arizona, and I believe he also actually passed Matt Muehlbach now on that list, who was on the broadcast, which unfortunately made the news tonight. If you were watching at home until you couldn't watch at home midway through the third quarter when it just suddenly, I thought something was wrong with my computer because I'm watching on my computer here at work. And all of a sudden my computer froze and I'm like, but it had kind of been doing that all night long. So I thought it was me. I'm trying to refresh my computer and all I'm getting is the little squirrely, squiggly thing going round and around. And then finally I had to close all the programs and reopen the programs, and it came back up and I saw technical difficulties. So I guess it wasn't my computer. It was.
I think Walnut Creek forgot to pay their internet bill.
Oh, gosh. The end is near.
Yeah,
we used to sing
exactly.
that song. I'm telling you, the Pac-12 network, man, we love them, but yeah, unfortunately, not a good look tonight. Not a good look tonight. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Oumar Ballo led the way with 22. Keyshot, another nice game. 15 points of 6 of 13 from the floor. KJ Lewis, career high off the bench. 14 points for the freshman in 16 minutes of action. Conrad only got 4 minutes. He fell a minute short, J-Dub, of what you wanted from him.
Well, I mean, they had a 27-point lead with 7 minutes to go. I was certain that they were going to put Morauskas and Borovic and those kind of guys in.
He did score, though. Got a bucket.
He did.
Got a bucket. Did El Jefecito, or whatever they are calling him these days. And, yeah. So easy night, pretty easy night. Kind of what we saw in Berkeley from this team. They ran away and hid very early in this game, and essentially never looked back, which is what you like to see. And the Wildcats win a second game in a row, start the weekend off right, and now we'll welcome in the Stanford Cardinal on Sunday to see if they can complete the sweep of the Bay Area schools. All right, again, 520-848-1290. This is the number if you want to get in on the program. First thoughts, Kelvin Ifan.
Man, those guys, man, they were just firing on all cylinders. I thought Coach did a great job getting the guys in and out. They only got 26 minutes in, so that just tell me they're ready for serious business when it comes to Stanford coming up this weekend. So, yeah, no, man, everything worked well. Keyshawn was aggressive like we needed to see. He was a little more aggressive than I've ever saw him, So, that was kind of cool, especially in the mid-range, kind of looking for it a little bit. But, just overall, I just thought it was a good game, one of those games that the guys kind of needed coming off a road trip.
You got to like it, the no hesitation that you saw from Keyshawn Johnson. When he got the ball in shooting positions, he shot it with authority.
It wasn't one time either. It was every single time. Yeah. Even when he had to make a little dribble move to get in the paint, when he had to go up from 10, 12 feet, I mean, he was super confident letting that thing go tonight. It was really great to see that. I mean, Kelvin's been talking about how confident he's been looking with the shot more recently. And that's just that no hesitation. I've got 2 feet of space. I got long arms. I got length. I can get this shot off. And letting those things fly. That first 3 went down. But overall, I mean, I just think the Cats came out tonight with the purpose and a mission right from the start. And it was very similar to what we saw in Berkeley.
And I'll say this, and it don't surprise me that Ballo had a good game because guess what? Keyshawn, man, can't double. He can't double. He just made 4 threes the last game against Oregon, a big-time team, so you can't underestimate him. Then he was aggressive tonight, so you got to stay stuck to him. So Ballo get to eat on only 8 shots. He get to just, get a chance to go to work one-on-one because the guys could not double. If you double, you got guys being aggressive all over the board.
Yeah, and even then, like the size that Cal Golden Bears brought into Tucson tonight was not – they didn't have the size to deal with Oumar Ballo, let alone with Keyshawn Johnson is confidently, letting those things fly and knocking them down. It was just that was a great 1-2 punch tonight.
Some people were asking, like, why can't they get Ballo going like that every single night? Well, I mean, there's some nights there's an Infale Dante kind of sitting there. So it's not always going to be that easy. But on teams like this, when you can do that, you got to go to work in there, and he was able to knock the shots down. We mentioned he was 8 for 8. How about we've been kind of keeping track of those shots around the rim. 16 of 20 tonight. 16 of 20 layups and dunks. 80%. That's as high as it's been in any game that I can remember recently. The Wildcats shooting 80% around the rim.
Well, you said before the game, and I hadn't really noticed it. By definition, that all the guys were guards, basically, in the starting lineup for them. So that's exactly, they went right at them, and that's what you should do when you see a team don't really have shot blocking around the rim. Their big guy not really a shot blocker, so you go right at them, and that's what the guys did.
Not a lot of negatives out of this ball game tonight. If there's one thing, I think again, Mo Krivas played 17 minutes, scored 4 points. He has a tendency to want to put the ball on the ground, and I'm not sure why, but that's probably not something he should be doing.
Yeah, not strong enough yet.
No.
When you get knocked off your balance, you got to dribble so you don't travel. So and a lot of times you get used to making dribbles to get his timing together. But yeah, it's something he's going to learn, having to go against Ballo every day. I can't believe he's still doing it. Playing against these guys every day.
Well, yeah, and you're playing against a 4-guard lineup. You're 7'3", and that's a long way, guys, to dribble. I mean, the ball takes a little bit longer to get down to the court, and everybody who's underneath you is just waiting for that moment in time. So, he got doubled and triple teamed every time he touched the ball down there. And that's just one of those, we talk so much about his biggest growth over the next year, 2 years, 3 years is being as strong as possible on those swipe downs. Because that's not something he's seen a lot of, and he's going to see it every single time he touches the ball, especially against undersized teams like that. Stanford did just win, by the way.
I was about to check that to see where they were. I know that was happening late there that they were on top. So Stanford knocks off Arizona State on the Mesquite Valley Growers scoreboard tonight, 71-62, the final there. The big man, Maxime Reynaud, 12 points, 17 rebounds.
Well, that's why, because I had to look up his hot size, because we're talking about this Cal team that came in, talking about why does Oumar Ballo not go 8 for 8 every game? Well, guess what? Look across the board at a lot of these Pac-12 schools, and they do have size, and Reynaud is that guy. There are just a lot of teams. Stanford's got size. You're talking about the Utah-Colorado trip. There's a lot of teams coming up that are either going to hard double with a big on big. But when you got 4 guards out there, Kelvin, and one big who's out on the perimeter much of the time anyway, right? So, yeah, it was just a real tough matchup for Cal tonight.
Oregon needs to win to stay even with the Arizona Wildcats. They're playing first half right now in Los Angeles at the Galen Center, and the Ducks right now on top of the Trojans by a score of 39 to 37. All right, we've got a lot coming up for you. We'll take you right up to around 11 o'clock tonight. It is the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show. We'll review our keys to the game. We'll head back out to the arena, the McHale Center, and hear from head coach Tommy Lloyd and the players tonight. It was Oumar Ballo and KJ Lewis, as you can imagine. What do we think of KJ off the bench? Very confident in what he did. Got a early dunk in the ball game and seemed very cool with what he wanted to do out there tonight offensively and as well as defensively.
Yeah, just real efficient, man. I mean, aggressive. Knocking down the 3 on the catch and shoot. I keep telling you guys that catch and shoot is like practicing every day. And when you shoot it like that, off a pass like that, man, it just seems like the percentage just goes way up. And he just played tough, man. He's a great defender, man. I got a great push off on one of their defenders because he was all up, in his pocket. So he's just growing every day, and you don't have to run plays for him.
Yeah, I think it's the same as Keyshawn. I think what I saw, I think KJ, number one, I mean, that's Kelvin's guy. I mean, that has always been Kelvin's guy. And the first time I laid eyes on KJ, I already knew that guy's a future all Pac-12 type player. I mean, just look at him. He's just an amazing all-around player. But more recently, and especially today, that first 3, 0 hesitation. That's why I say, just like Keyshawn, coming to their own. Kelvin's always talking about some guys coming in the program, you don't want to step on toes. Whose team is this? This is Kylan Boswell's team. Oh, well, I'm a fifth-year senior transferring in. I'm a freshman. I don't know what I'm doing out here. I'm just waiting to, take my cues from the older guys and that whole thing. Well, guess what, guys? We're halfway through the Pac-12 season. So don't they always say, like, halfway through the season, they're not freshmen anymore? They're starting to, borderline get into the second-year type players. And KJ Lewis he's always been uber confident in his mobility and how he floats out there and how his on ball and how he gets in passing lanes and whatnot, how he finishes at the rim. But that first 3 told me everything I needed to know because he just rose right up confidently and knocked it right down.
All right, we're going to get our first break-in of the night. We'll come back. We'll take your calls. We'll get into everything else about this one. And the Wildcats get the win, 91-65 over the California Golden Bears. It is the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show with Kelvin Ifan and J.W. Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog in Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Now that winter is really here, cooler overnight temperatures mean that your tire pressure warning light could be on. In most cases, you solve the problem by simply adding the correct amount of air to your tires. As always, you can stop by any of our 14-area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if you need help with that low-pressure warning light, we fix those too. Check out jackfurriers.com. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock & K, nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Explore natural open space, a network of connecting trails, and a community park within the Vail School District. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rock & K with home savings up to $35,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
Caruso's, a Tucson tradition since 1938, located on historic 4th Avenue. For 4 generations, Caruso's handmade sauce has been prepared with love by a family member, using only the best ingredients. Enjoy specialty Italian dishes like lasagna al forno, chicken tetrazzini, real Italian sausages, spectacular pizza, as well as many vegetarian options. Caruso's offers outdoor dining on their garden patio with indoor dining also available. Open Tuesday through Sunday, with all your favorites available for takeout. For more information, call 520-624-5765 or visit their website at carusositalian.com.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is cooler here, and so pests are seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? University Termite and Pest Control has been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control for the past 50 years. You can too. University Termite and Pest Control. Find us online at bepestfree.com.
Saguaro Harley-Davidson is a pre-owned inventory destination with hundreds of pre-owned Harley-Davidson motorcycles to choose from. Save $2,000, $4,000, or even $6,000 at Saguaro Harley's pre-owned clearance sale. Now through the end of the month, Saguaro is accepting 100% of all credit applications with low financing options available. Take a test ride and receive a free dealer tee only at Saguaro Harley-Davidson or online at saguaroharley.com. Some restrictions may apply. OAC, see dealer for details.
This just in, Goodfellas AC is matching up to $2,000 on federal tax credit.
Whoa, seriously? This is unbelievable. I gotta call Floyd at Goodfellas.
Hello, Goodfellas. Floyd speaking.
Is it true about the $2,000?
It sure is. Homeowners like you may qualify for a 30% federal tax credit up to $2,000 on qualifying heat pumps. And Goodfellas will match the tax credit dollar for dollar up to $2,000. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas.
Driving the lane, dunking on the competition, and playing as a team. These are things we'll see this season watching our Wildcats play basketball. These happen to be the things you'll also find when you buy your next vehicle from O'Reilly Chevrolet. The only difference is at O'Reilly, nobody gets penalized for traveling. Heck, we actually encourage it. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or find new roads at O'Reilly.com, where you can experience our version of a steal. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Are you ready to adopt? Come to the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. When you adopt from us, you will save more than one life. You'll also make room for the next pet in need. The Humane Society of Southern Arizona has been compassionately serving pets and the people who love them since 1944. Our knowledgeable adoption matchmakers will help you find the right pet for your home and support you after you adopt. We are open 7 days a week at our main campus at 635 West Roger Road. Learn more and see adoptable pets at hssaz.org.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Tyson directing traffic now, asks for a screen, nothing there, and his pass stolen away by Bradley. Good anticipation. Jaden will drive the other way, laid up and good.
Excellent job on the weak side of looking at the quarterback's eyes and getting into the passing lane.
Arizona Wildcats win it 91-65 over the California Golden Bears. Oumar Ballo tonight, 22 points, jumps into the top 53 all-time in scoring as he joins the 1,000-point club at Arizona. I think next on the list is Joe Skaisger, who's from the 60s, who had 1,034 points, and then Roger Johnson at 1,046, and then Matt Othick at 1,055. They were all four-year players. Mike Bibby also down on that list, but he only played 2 seasons here, scoring
What about
his 1,000 points.
point inflation? Because any point scored in the 60s before the three-point line, you got to bump that up a little tiny bit.
I would think so, yeah.
You
right?
got to. What I'm saying is 1,020 points scored in the 60s is, the equivalent of 1,100 points scored today.
Well, and Joe Skaisger scored his 1,000 points in 52 games. Like where Matt scored his in 128.
Yeah, but did Joe lose games? Oh, he didn't play McHale. He would have played in Bear.
Yeah, he would have played at Bear.
I was going to say, did he ever lose games with McHale? But
this was just one.
He didn't play. Yeah,
2 seasons. He only played 2 seasons as well.
Yeah,
Joe Skaisger did. So that's pretty impressive.
What's not impressive is how many people are at Pauley right now.
No?
It's really sad.
Oh,
really sad.
We're
you
watching
look up there.
The other game right now.
Yeah, this game just went to half. It's 33-31. Fans over there in Westwood are not super happy, but it's just every other seat is empty. It's just I hate to see it.
All right, let's find out if we won any money tonight. How about that?
Tucson, what happened with today's best bets? Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to look at the best bets. Brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
All right, Arizona was favored by 19. They win by 26. J-Dub and I gave the points.
That's
Kelvin
a 20, I think.
did not. So Kelvin takes the L on that one. J-Dub and I take the W there. However, J-Dub and I took the over at 160, and it comes in at 156. It's amazing. Just amazing how they just know exactly where to put that number. So Kelvin takes the W, taking the under, and J-Dub and I the L on that side. So everybody goes 1-1.
Well, I'm used to Jalen Cone shooting 17 threes in a game. He only got 6 up tonight, so that's got has something to do with it.
Yeah, I mean he was questionable, and I think it was a lot of that situation like what we saw with Joshua Morgan a few weeks ago for USC, a guy that probably was not 100%, but was healthy enough to go out there and see what he could give to his team. And just unfortunately, he didn't really have his A game out there tonight. We didn't see the Jalen Tyson that I think you would normally see.
And the defense from the Arizona Wildcats was their A game. I mean, that early defense really kind of was really setting the tone. Kelvin, they were out there in that first 5 minutes and letting the Cal Golden Bears know that nothing was going to be easy.
Yeah, they was locking up, man. It seems like that Oregon game may have gave them a little bit of energy and playing in front of McHale, because Larson said it himself. He said the energy that the crowd gives them just take the team to another level. So I could see these guys being happy to be back home.
All right, 91-65, the final. Let's head back over to McHale Center and hear from Oumar Ballo, Mr. 1000, and the freshman, KJ Lewis.
All at once. Oumar, were you aware this was the most points you've had in a game at McHale Center?
I didn't know that.
It seemed like most of your 20-point games had either been on the road or neutral site. So was there just something in particular for you that you were feeling it tonight?
No, really. I was just, I had a great week, workout for Ricky, and I would just come in here and then play as hard as I could.
When you guys play like this very like a well-oiled machine, how does it feel?
I feel great, I feel like a team basketball. That's what our coaches be telling us. Like, we're a good team. We just got to come out every night and then show everyone how good we are, play as a team.
Yeah, KJ, does it remind you guys at all, like maybe say early in the season when things are all going like this?
No, for sure. I feel like, we're getting that rhythm back that we had in the beginning. We're getting that joy back, that competitive nature back again.
It's February. It's time to kick things up a little a notch, and I think we're starting to do that.
What did kickstart it? I'm sorry. Yeah. What was there something that kickstarted that?
Just a whole week of preparation for practice. Not getting complacent. Being aware of the situation and the challenge ahead of us, really. So I think we're all aware of it.
You mean situation? You mean like Pac-12 standings, et cetera, or what?
Just in general, just trying to be the best team we can be. Learning from losses and learning from wins, and carrying it on to the next game.
So Oumar, you guys had 40 points in the paint, forced 20 fouls. Was being aggressive a big part of the game plan tonight?
Yeah, for sure. We have good guards that can drive in, trying to get to the paint, and also feed me or Mo or Key. Because I feel like the more paint touch we get, the better chance we have to draw foul or get easy basket. So that was the main focus of this game plan.
As the game went on, it seemed every time that you got to the line, the crowd started to cheer rather than make it be like a quiet type thing. Is that distracting, or do you just like the support?
Honestly, just the support, because I know people out here, they want me to make those free throws more than I even do. So it feels great to have people that, support you no matter how low or how high you are. They're always going to stand up and cheer for you.
But after you missed one, they cheer. I mean, even that, does that feel weird at all? Or
no, it didn't feel any weird. It was just good to see them, cheering for me to make free throws.
Oumar, in general, just do you feel like you've been productive, particularly the last couple of weeks? You feel like you're back to the level you can be at, or where are you at?
Bruce, I don't know. Every game is different, and as I told you guys before, I don't have to score 20 points every night for our team to win. So if I got a chance to score 20 points, I will do it. But if I don't have it, my brother's gonna have my back, and they're gonna score. And the main focus is to win the game. So.
KJ, you had 13 against UCLA and then 14 here tonight, but then in between, not really much. How do you make sure that you're contributing to the game when it's not scoring?
Just trying to find different ways to impact it, whether it's on the defensive end, making plays for my teammates, rebounding, just doing anything to bring a spark off the bench, and to get things going on. And I think that's my job, just to come in with effort and energy. Hopefully it goes to the whole team.
One more question. KJ, you guys, obviously what happened at Stanford happened at Stanford. Was that a piece of motivation this week, knowing they were coming in here on Sunday? How much are you looking forward to the rematch?
I would say so, but we're not trying to look ahead of forward to anything. But I think we got it in the back of our minds. I think we're gonna have great preparation tomorrow and Saturday, and to come in and win a big game on Sunday.
All right, that is the players right there, Oumar Ballo and KJ Lewis. Oumar dropping he's dropping Bruce's now, just like his coach. Bruce. He needs to say it several times, though.
It's a thing now. I mean, we're going to hear all the players dropping Bruce's.
Shout out Bruce Pasco, our guy over at the Arizona.
He's been at
Daily
that
Star.
for a minute.
He has, ever since I got here.
Yeah. I remember when he started, but I mean, it's definitely been a minute, 20 years at least.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. If there was one other negative, now again, we heard obviously Oumar talk about his free throws and the crowd cheering him, trying to, really be behind him on those. He went 6 for 11 tonight. That's, 55%. So that's better than his average. It's, you'd probably like to see him make 7 or 8 of those, but that's fine. He had an air ball tonight, but came right back and made the one right after that.
Did you see who went up to him when that happened?
No.
It was Kylan. Kylan went up to him, pat him on the chest, said some stuff in his ear. Then that's when the crowd started getting loud, right after he airballed that one free throw. But
I will say that I thought there were too many missed free throws tonight just by the team as a whole. I mean, now granted, Mo came in. He's usually pretty tight. He missed a couple. Jaden missed one. Keshad missed 2. Then you had Kylan miss 1 and Pella miss 1. It starts to add up. I mean, you didn't need him tonight, but, 60% from the line.
It depends.
When you get to the tournament is not going to be what you want.
It depends if you're a fan or if you're a betting man, because they did need them tonight to get to that 160, that number that you said. I mean, they shot 60% from the free throw line, 18 of 30 if they shoot their average, that's got to be an extra 4 or 5 points. So,
There you go. And we're all going home with some money.
obviously, I mean, you said it right now. When you're in a 25-point difference, you're 25 points ahead at home. You're not gonna get bogged down on the free throw numbers. However, you can't look at it like that. You got to look at it every single game. You got to shoot the best you possibly can as a team from the free throw line. And obviously, you want your best free throw shooters to be getting there as much as possible. I will say this on that note real quick. I'm looking here at the shot chart, and it says layup, jumper, layup, layup for Mr. Kylan Boswell.
Mhm.
So first 4 shots, guys. 3 layups and
it
a
got
jumper.
to the rim. Yeah, I mean, that was good to see. It was good to see. I think he and KJ both, you talked about KJ getting to the rim, but Kylan getting in the paint and getting to the rim too was nice to see.
Well, Kelvin's always talking about they're playing him to shoot. They're playing him to come off the screens and shoot, or maybe create something off the dribble. But he hasn't shown. I gave the stat last week. 80% of his shots come from beyond the 3-point line. So you got to get that number down somewhere more closer to 65, 70%, and just show the capability to get in the lane, because defense you finished once, you finished twice, defense steps up to you, that's an assist. You asked for 5, he had 5 assists tonight as well.
And I'll say this, the 18, I'm looking at the free throws, and I say this as a coach. I look at this and I say, we won this game, but that's something that I can go and tell the guys that we have to lock in on.
Right,
And we didn't have to take an L to talk about this one. Like, hey, guys, that was a good win right there, but we left a lot of meat on the bone right there on the free throw line, and we have to protect Ballo. I don't expect Ballo to make no more than what he made. The rest of the guys, I expect Keyshawn to shoot better than that.
Yeah.
I expect that. 3 for 3 for him from the line. You should be able to expect that with the way that he shoots the ball. And then you see the other guys just miss one apiece, but those add up, just like you just said. Those add up. So those guys got to really lock in because that could hurt you down the road.
I will give Krivas a break on his missed free throws. You see that part? He got smacked pretty good across the face, and his whole left side of his face started reddening up, right when he got to the free throw line, and that's when his shot hit the back rim. Not to say that's an excuse or whatever, but you could see that definitely, that impact to his face definitely affected him, and that's when he missed that free throw.
And how about the rebounding margin tonight? 51-32 on the boards
Love
for
to
the
see it.
Wildcats. That's pretty impressive right there. 91-65, the final in favor of your Arizona Wildcats, the number 11 team in the country over the California Golden Bears. We will take your calls coming up next. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. It's the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show along with Kelvin Efon and JW Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
At Standard Restaurant Supply, their vision and number one goal is to improve the lives of their customers and clients by providing a better culinary experience. Standard Restaurant Supply, if it's in a restaurant and not food, they have it. Open to the public, no membership fees, and they offer bulk store pricing without the bulk store purchase. Open Monday through Saturday at 601 South Cherry Avenue or call 885-2345. Standard Restaurant Supply is a proud sponsor of the U of A Radio Sports broadcast.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock and Kay, nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Hit the community trails, explore local parks like Saguaro National and Colossal Cave, and mingle at private Diamond Community Park events. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rock and Kay is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 11 different model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. Live rockandk.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Make sure your family is safe and warm during the cooler months. I'm Ron Arenas, the owner of Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Heating is our middle name, and we can make sure your furnace is running efficiently. Call us at 520-440-4069 for honest heating and plumbing service to the Tucson area for over 20 years.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Desperate buyers have created tremendous opportunity for sellers. If you've had the slightest thought of selling your home, it's time to call Sean Poston with the Poston Results Team at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. Why choose the Poston Results Team? Past performance, more money in your pocket, over a 65% referral rate, an incredible Poston Results Team staff, and most important, communication, because you and your home matter. The Poston Results Team. When buying and selling really mattered, go to TucsonHomeValues.com. That's TucsonHomeValues with an S.com.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Cats will run it the other way. Caleb pulls up the dribble over to Boswell. Boswell left side, drive to the bucket. A reverse lay-in is good, and a pretty one at that.
Kylan Boswell, just 7 points tonight, but went 3 for 8 from the floor. Missed all 3 of his threes. 1 for 2 from the line. Kylan Boswell, 7 points, 4 rebounds, did have 5 assists, which was one of the things I wanted to see. I wanted to see those assists back up to 5. How about the Wildcats? 21 assists tonight. Finally getting back over that 20 mark, which had been such a staple of the Tommy Lloyd era, but we had not been able to sniff that 20 assist plateau in quite some time. I think we probably have to go back 6 or 7 games to find out. I think it probably was at home, yeah, to find out the last time they did that.
Well, I mean, when you score 36 points, off dribble, it's kind of those aren't assists. And then there's the zone whole thing. And I will say this about Kylan Boswell's 6 points: not all points are created equal. And those 2 points were real pretty. That was a double move with the hezzy and up and under.
Up and under, yeah,
so nice.
That was very nice, very nice. All right, 520-848-1290. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Let's talk to our guy, Doug. You're on the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
First thing I want to say to Bear Down Nation is that we survived January. All the drama of January is behind us, and I think we were all entitled to a nice, mellow basketball game to kick off February. What do you guys think about that?
I didn't even, I didn't even go. I've been to pretty much every single game this year, but I did not go to tonight's game. I had so much to do, and I was like, this, if I'm going to miss one game, I think this would be the game to miss tonight.
Oh, look, I'm not complaining because it was, it's a great win again, but there was never one moment where we went on a big run and the crowd really got on their feet. The only times that the crowd got loud, and I'm not complaining, it was that kind of night, but were for Oumar's free throws and when they were honoring the children from the Diamond Children's Cancer Center.
The prom
and
king
that
and
was,
prom
that
queen.
That was my moment of the night, man. It brought a lot of us to tears. It was that was something. But I just want to talk. I think J-Dub may have just mentioned the term in passing, zone hole. And I was just going to tell you, I was once at a U of A game. It wasn't in Tucson. It might have been in Phoenix or in Vegas. And I went and sat down next to this older gentleman, kind of distinguished gentleman, looked like he knew basketball. And I was watching us, it was like a Sean Miller team, and I was just watching us really struggle against the zone. And we're just passing it around and can't get any scoring going. And so I just turned over to the guy and I asked him, like, hey, if you were coaching this team, what would you do to break down that zone? And he said, it's just I would put a guy right in the middle, right at the free throw lane and free throw line, and let him distribute, shoot. You can pass it and kick it out. And that guy was Lute Olson. So that was his philosophy. It was just a moment in my memory where, like, I'm observing a Sean Miller team, but I thought, what the heck? I'm going to ask Coach O, hey, what would you do to break this defense down? Because we were struggling, and he said, the Luke Walton, man, put someone right in the middle. And so that's what we did tonight. I saw a lot of those with Pella, with Keshad, with KJ was in there a couple times, and I just love seeing that.
Well, I've said a number of times that during the Miller years, I thought Brandon Ashley was the guy that did that the best on his teams.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, nice
yeah,
shot.
he was good at that.
Did you see that overload play that they ran for Caleb early? That overload play where you see him set the screen on the forward out on it was a 3-2. So he set a screen on the wing. A guy set a screen on the wing, and they made the pass to Caleb, and he shot the three. That was new right there. That was a wrinkle of play that he added in for Caleb, man, which was real cool because it really showed that to me that you're really becoming a part of the family. Mm-hmm. When we start making plays for you, drawing up because we believe in you. You know, we believe in you now, so we're gonna call this play for you, and it was executed beautifully.
Yeah, I really didn't see any selfishness out there. There was just so much balance. I mean, Ballo obviously had a great night, but, they were, seeing Kylan take it into the lane again. I thought that the on-ball defense by Caleb and Jaden Bradley were just really strong, as usual. I thought that we defended without fouling. Late in the very end of the game, they called a foul on us, like against our bench guys, and that was our fifth team foul of the half. So that just, we were really locking down, but also playing smart, which hopefully that can carry over to some other closer games. Did you guys notice that Caleb Love went for a quick 2-for-1 opportunity before halftime?
Yeah, they commented on that on the broadcast that the first shot came a little bit too quick.
Yeah, it was a little aggressive, but I love the sentiment of it, like the idea of it. He didn't make either of the shots, right? Because he had both of those possessions, I believe. But I just don't know why coaches don't do more of that because, even if you miss the first one, you're still giving yourself a chance for the second one. So I liked that. That just shows me he's got a good basketball mind.
I do like that, but only thing I would always say to that is I just want a good shot, though. I want a good shot where we really get a chance to make a bucket. A lot of times, if you notice on those where guys trying to get 2-for-1s, they miss it most of the time. They miss the shot. Yeah. They just get a shot up.
Yeah, because they're rushing it.
Yeah, they just get a shot up. But I want to execute. I want to execute and get us a good shot. Whether or not we get enough time to get another possession or the last possession, who cares? I just want to get a bucket. Like you just said, he ended up missing both of them. But I want to say this about Caleb Love. Right. I want to say this about Caleb Love. I thought that he showed tonight that if the other guys are going and they're
Right.
playing well, I don't have to shoot 20 shots. I don't have to shoot 18 shots. I'm going with the flow of the game. Guys are playing well. Guys are taking their shots. I don't have to take the extra shots. But I'll go back to when I was in high school. When we used to play teams that wasn't that good, everybody shot. Everybody got buckets. But when we played tough teams, I would have to take like 30 shots. Nobody would want to shoot. So I'm telling you, that's what happens to guys like Caleb or Benedict Mathurin, because a lot of times in those tough games like that, the guys want you to shoot. They believe in you so much that you get stuck with the ball a lot of times.
Right. Yeah. No. You gotta have someone who wants that ball in his hands. You don't want him just doing it every game, like you just said, because then it kind of hurts the development of the other players in the rotation. But you're absolutely right, and also you sounded a whole lot like a coach right there, Kelvin, about the 2-for-1s. Because as a fan, I'm like, come on, more opportunities to score. But you're a coach, and you're like, no, let's get a good shot. I like that.
Yeah, especially when
I
understand the 2-for-1 mentality maybe in a tighter game. I mean, but when you're up by 20, I don't know how important that is at that point.
It wasn't important to the score, but I just think it's kind of developing that habit of keeping an eye on the game management and just, there could be a game where it really does matter to get 2 opportunities there. Maybe you draw a foul and just get that 1 extra point you're going to need later on. So I still like the idea if you can get it in the flow of the good offense, not just, jack up something from 30 feet. But
2-for-1
hey,
is
one other
so
thing I picked up on.
1986. It's all about 3-for-2s now.
3-for-2.
Yeah.
I know, but it's math, man. It's just math. It's just math. You got 48 seconds, and you got a 30-second shot clock, and you get, if you run it down to 15, now you're giving the other team a chance to match whatever you just did on your offensive possession. So I still like it, but I hear what Kelvin's saying. Get a good shot. But I also want to say I saw a lot of guys that I've always liked this, where if you can't really secure the defensive rebound or the offensive rebound, but you have an opportunity to tap it out to your guys, then that's still helping the team. And I saw a lot of those tonight. Did you notice that?
Ballo had that one early for
3,
sure.
yeah,
They
Ballo had 3
led
of
to
them.
the 3, yeah.
The thing about that
No, there were a
is it
few of
really has to be controlled, because if you're
Right.
tapping back towards half court, you're also initiating a fast
Yes.
break for the opponent
Yes.
if you
Yes.
tap it the wrong way. So
And
you
if
gotta
I'm
be careful.
watching
Well, I
film,
think-
I'm watching film of U of A, and I notice that they're doing that, now I'm gonna tell my guys to start trying to get some of those fast break and try to get some of those and go and and score some easy buckets off of those. But it's cool, but I'd rather them grab the ball. You touching the ball, grab
you
it,
gotta
snatch it,
grab
and
it.
bring it down. Okay, it worked today. It worked today versus Cal, but. Will that work versus, teams with better bigs?
I will say this.
So-
I don't think Ballo, I don't even know I've ever really seen Ballo. Ballo goes up strong when he
Yeah,
goes up
of
for
course,
rebounds.
of course,
And
of
against
course.
Cal, because they got no size, I think the thought process there was tap it out because we
just
got
keep
2-3
possession.
inches on
Yeah.
every single position out here on the court. And so I don't know that that's something Ballo has done. I haven't really seen him do that throughout his career, but effective tonight. He did a couple of times, right, too.
Yeah.
Obviously, if the guy has an opportunity to rebound it with 2 hands, you do that. But there are a lot of times when a guy is just, he's boxed out and he could just barely get a tip without getting called for over the back.
Ooh,
And I'd rather him do that than just give up on the rebound completely. That's what I like about it.
Doug, you my guy. We be going at it. I'll say this. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that.
You
If
rather
you
just
can't
give
get
up-
better
just give up the
position, get
position,
back. If you can't get better position, get back. Because a lot of these refs, man, they're going to call it over the back.
Yeah.
They're going to call that. I mean, you get away with it sometimes because today he was facing a smaller squad. So a lot of times when you're a big guy and you're facing smaller guys, they kind of let you get away with a little bit of over the back, which I don't understand. I always hated that. I'm like, I got him boxed out. And the ref's like, he's taller. He has. I'm like, but he's over my back. But, I do understand. You can't, what's the word? Punish him for being tall. You can't punish him for being tall. But at the same time, you get a different ref, and that's over the back. You got 2 fouls on Ballo, and the next thing you know, he's out the game. So, because if I'm the coach, again, in the next game, this is stuff we do. When I see the ref, I come, hey, he's going over the back. He's going over the back. He's tipping over the back.
Yeah.
And I'm talking every time one of them refs walk by me, I'm going to get on their nerves telling them that because I can't win if Ballo could do that too. If Ballo could do that, J-Dub, I can't win. If he could go over and tip back all the time, it's over.
There's only one guy I've seen that can do that 100% of the time, and that's Victor Wembanyama, who I've seen literally reach over the top of dudes and take the ball away without even touching them.
Whoa.
Like that over the back because of the length, man. I mean, I think the biggest thing, obviously we're all on the same page, is you got to go up strong. You got to go up strong and get those boards two-handed, like Keyshaw did a couple of times in traffic. Go up strong, get that board, and, when in doubt, just don't tap it to a fast-breaking Cal player because that's when you get in trouble.
Well, Kelvin, you never have to apologize to me or any other fan about disagreeing with us on X's and O's because I'm just pretending right now, and you know your stuff. So it's just something I've always seen through the years. I remember Ed Stokes used to do it, and other guys and I just thought, well, hey, at least he kept the play alive. But you're right.
Ed Stokes
if you
had
develop
small
that
hands.
as a habit, then teams are going to look for it.
And then Ed Stokes, was he on that team that they had like 3 or 4 bigs?
Yeah. Sean
So
Brooks.
he can reach that.
Yeah,
if I got 4 good bigs or 3 good bigs, then they can be extra aggressive. I don't care if you get over the backs because we're going for boards. But if I only got one, I like Crevis.
You got to protect him though.
Yeah, I got to protect Ballo. I don't want that, man. That's cool for the day, but I bet that's one of those things that Coach Lloyd gonna be like, watch out because that could end up being something that costs us.
Well, speaking of that, protecting Ballo, did you notice he was picking up that big guy 0-0 3/4 court sometimes?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Man, that kind of worried me too. It was kind of neat to see, but then you talk about drawing fouls. That seemed like that put him in a little bit of a vulnerable spot.
Well, he had that one nice strip steal.
7-footers doing that.
Oh yeah, they had the knockout from
back
behind.
tap.
Yeah, exactly.
Back tap.
That was nice.
But you know what it was? You know what it was though? They was full court pressing, which is something that I've been wanting to see.
Yeah.
Especially with the depth that we really had with KJ coming off, Bradley coming off, I think that you could put a little bit more pressure on because you got guys that you could trust coming off the bench to spell guys if they get tired. So, but it was because they was in a full court press, and so happened to be, the big man from Cal is a graduate, so I'm sure he wasn't handling that ball like that at Texas Tech,
right?
But now he's an older guy, he understands to bring the ball up fundamentally, and if I'm Coach Lloyd, hey, I don't want Ballo to get a foul there, even though I did thought he was going to get a foul on that back tap.
Yeah.
A lot of times they call that. They don't usually let that go. But I like the switch up in defenses and forcing guys. But I don't think they're going to want Ballo, guarding guys full court that often.
No, not too often. Well, I'll let it go with that. My last thing was just that I heard that in the Ballo interview too, where he says bruise. I thought that was hilarious, and I just think if he says to some reporter about, hey, why don't we go to Bob Dobbs and sketch it out on a napkin, I think every reporter's just going to crack up. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Bear down. It was awesome. We'll see you Sunday.
All right, Doug, thank you. All right, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number for you to get in on the program. 91-65, the final. Arizona, number 11 in the country, knocks off the California Golden Bears. It's the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show along with Kelvin Ifan and J.W. Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog in Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
What up, Tucson? This is Joseph Blair, former Wildcat and assistant coach of the Washington Wizards. When I came to play basketball at the U of A in the 90s, the Tucson community became and has always remained a special part of my life. And this is why I proudly joined the Meridian Wealth Management Tucson Advisory Business Council. If you have financial questions or concerns, please be sure and call my friends Natalie or Ruben Fernandez at 719-1433 or visit online at Meridian Wealth LLC. And as always, bear down, Tucson.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. CoolWillies.com.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
The game of football is about pain. Ever since I was 5 years old, it's been all about football. It's been about running, jumping, blocking, tackling. I stopped playing at 31.
You're listening to Michael Robinson, retired pro fullback.
I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm so glad I met Good Feet. I'm so glad those arch supports are in my shoes.
Go to the Good Feet store at 4811 East Grant Road or at goodfeet.com.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic offers military discounts to retired and disabled veterans, and they now accept patients with access insurance. For more information and to find the location nearest you, visit firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is cooler here, and so pests are seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? University Termite and Pest Control has been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control for the past 50 years. You can too. University Termite and Pest Control. Find us online at bepestfree.com.
Cantina nachos, strawberry watermelon margaritas, a few zombie kills, and all your favorite sports teams live? When your day calls for some winning, it's time for Dave & Buster's, where you can eat, drink, play, and watch all the sports you want. They've got massive HD TVs, hundreds of the hottest new games, a chef-crafted menu, and an incredible list of beers, wines, and cocktails. So remember, if your day calls for a little victory, a little triumph, a little win, it's probably calling for Dave & Buster's.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We have the Arizona Wildcats covered on game day like no one else. We are Wildcats Radio 1290. The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Here's KJ. Lewis, top of the circle. Over for Johnson. Key shot wide open. He'll take the 3 and score it. Keyshawn Johnson with his second Lexus of Tucson charity three of the night.
Finished 2 of 4, so 2 of 4 tonight. Keyshawn Johnson from 3, 3 of 4 in the last game, so 5 of his last 8 from 3. Keyshawn Johnson back-to-back double-digit scoring games for the senior from Oakland, California. That's good to see. Unfortunately, Pelle Larsson has lost his offense the last 2 games, just 2 for 12, 0 for 6 from 3, and 10 points combined the last 2 games. But the Wildcats have won them both, so no need for alarm yet. But you definitely want to see Pelle get his offense back moving into Sunday's game against the Stanford Cardinal. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let's talk to Bill. You're on the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, guys, bear down.
Bear down.
Hey, it's a game we should have won, of course, and it was impressive. But, like Kelvin, I know we you don't want to bring out – it's not negatives. It's so I was calling in, and then Kelvin, you hit on a little bit that full court press. I love that full court press. It looks like a 1-2-2. I wish they'd do it without Ballo. I'd rather have a smaller one in there because
right.
And I would say 1-2-1-1 maybe. I'm not going to tell Tommy what to do. Of course, he knows what the hell he's doing. But the 1-1 would, and if you had a smaller guys, you could. They tried it a couple times and they got it down low and Ballo was too slow to get over there. Not his fault. Just the press. You have to be fast. You have to react really good. And you have to have great communication in the backcourt.
Right.
So,
usually most teams don't have a big that could bring the ball up. Usually you don't have to guard the other team's big. You know, because you sound like you know about pressing. I'm listening to you, what you're saying, and you're right on. But usually you can have your big stay back and kind of be a rim protector because of that guy, and it was a man-to-man press because that's the reason why he actually got the ball and Ballo had to guard him. And they have ran the 1-2-2, but that particular one was a man-to-man press. Everybody was basically face guarding, and their guys couldn't get the ball, and that's the guy that ended up with the ball. And so happened to be he could bring it up. Most bigs, as you know, have to pass that ball. Right, and that usually is a turnover because we're all denying our guys. And he tried to pass it to our guy. That's the turnover. That's the actual pass that we want. We want the big to have the ball and be forced to make a decision instead of the point guard having the ball. So it just didn't work out. Yep.
And if they have a big that can't do it, you just stick him at the top of the key and let him get the pass and the other guy's cut. And that's. I love the press because it forces guys to play tougher defense and you get fast breaks off that. I would love to see it on a lot of, go for a quarter of the game playing that on every missed bucket or every made bucket and then every timeout coming back out with it. But I love that. The other side, the offensive side of the ball, and I just don't see when they're going up against either the 1-2-2 zone or the 3-2, man, I always taught my kids to, man, you got to attack the middle. You get somebody up at the free throw line that can handle the bar or turn it around and shoot that 12-footer. I just don't see. I see the windshield wiper of offense. We're going back and forth, and I don't see the guy going to the free throw line and attacking it through the middle. That's all I was taught, that you attack that zone through the middle.
You know, the sad thing is that with all the zone you play against in high school, a lot of times guys just don't see a lot of that zone in college. Yeah. So think about it where, you're practicing against man-man, because how much time can you actually spend on zone when the majority of the teams you're going to play is man? And when you're a man team, as far as in practice, you're working on your man principles. So again, I'm right with you. I'm with the high-low offense from the high post, playing through your high post guy, trying to penetrate. I'm with the overload in the offense, trying to get more guys on one side of the court. You see if you can get some, passes to the inside or shots in the corner with, to me, to the easiest three from the corner. But at the same time, what I still think that people underestimate the chemistry of some of these guys. And I think Keyshawn should be a guy that you put at that free throw line, as well as Pella Larson. And I think KJ has a lot of great passing abilities that you can put him there.
If they have to be able to turn around and shoot that 12-footer or take it to the basket, or hit a guy cutting. So that usually needs a shooting guard or a small forward to do that.
Right.
And we have the guys that can do that. So that's just one of the improvements, because when you go up, that was then our weakness when we were losing games. That was a huge weakness. So I know, of course, Tommy's working on that, but the guys, he's not out there to execute. They just got to recognize that and adjust to that. Every time you see that zone, you got to attack it certain ways. You can't just be passing it back and forth on the outside. So anyway, I mean, it's great, and I see them going better and better, but there's always room for improvement. So that's what I see in it.
And I want to say one more thing right there. I would like to see Ballo come out in that full court press, J-Dub, and see if you can really turn it up a little bit with who is that, KJ Lewis
Kelvin,
in there.
you want to see 5 guards on the court.
I mean, J-Dub,
you want to see some 1-3-1, 3/4 court trap.
I mean, you know it. I like that type of ball. But I'll say this: I just, like you said, take that Ballo out, put Keyshawn at the 5, right? Because I don't even want Creevis in right there. I want Keyshawn at the 5. I want KJ at the 4, and then I got my boy Pella. I got who was that? Bradley, Boswell, and Love playing on that perimeter. That's some action. That'll be some action.
520-848-1290. Action indeed. 520-848-1290. We were asking earlier in terms of the 21 assists. They'd gone 5 games without hitting that mark. The last time they had 20-plus assists was the win over Utah back on January the 6th. They had 22 in that ball game, but they had been under 20 the 5 games since then.
The last time they scored over 90 points.
Correlations. I like correlations for sure. All right, time for our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. And once again, it's going to go to the big man, the man in the middle, Oumar Ballo. 13 rebounds tonight, including 6 at the offensive end. The Wildcats as a team had 14 offensive rebounds in this game, but only 12 second chance points out of those
3
14
tap outs
offensive rebounds.
You get credited. So, I mean, those 3 tap outs, were credited offensive rebounds, but you're not. Well, I guess really. If they work the ball around and get a score there, that's a second chance point.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you get multiple of those tap outs on one possession. It doesn't necessarily, but you can only score one time. Right. You might have 3 of those, but you only get 1 basket out of it in one particular possession. So Oumar Ballo is our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com.
Man, I'm watching Oregon State creep up on the Bruins. They've cut the lead 52-54 in this empty poly, and I'm telling you, it just feels like the pressure just keeps building and building and building as this 3-6 conference team potentially defeats.
Oh boy,
the Bruins on their home court.
Oregon State starting to find that magic that they had a few years ago.
I'm watching the way they've been playing these last couple of minutes, guys, and they're playing with purpose.
They're who's not creeping up right now, J-Dub?
Who's that?
USC. They're not creeping up.
Yeah, well, that's another story altogether.
They're down 16 with 5.5 minutes to play at the Galen Center tonight. All right, I want to give you one more note here. Oumar Ballo, we mentioned, is now the 54th player in Arizona history to score 1,000 points in his career. He now has 1,015, and that is 9 more than the great Matt Muehlbach, who was on the broadcast tonight. So, again, congratulations to Oumar Ballo. Earlier this year, he passed 1,000 for his college career, dating back to the 60 that he had at Gonzaga. Now he has 1,000 as an Arizona Wildcat, and there is nothing better than that for the big man. All right, when we come back, we're going to head back up to the over to the McHale Center. We'll hear from head coach Tommy Lloyd. We'll also review our keys to the game and head back to the scoreboard as these last two games start to get closer to finalizing themselves. Stanford has already beaten Arizona State tonight. In the other 4 total games in the Pac-12, 2 of them are now complete.
I know we got scoreboard coming up or whatever, but
and your
Nebraska.
Yes, I was going to say.
Our rooting for Nebraska ball actually worked tonight. They beat Wisconsin.
They did.
Good for them.
Nebraska.
They needed, like I said in pregame, they were about 58th in net when I checked, and a win over a top 10 team like that does wonders because I didn't see the bracketology, Lenardi stuff or whatever, but you got to imagine if they're 58 right around that area in net, they're probably just on the outside looking in, but a win like that could put them over the top. So love to see Nebraska get in the tournament and get a win.
Good job, Cornhuskers. Go Big Red.
Go Mayor.
Mayor. Who's the coach again?
Fred Hoiberg.
Fred Hoiberg, the mayor. Former Iowa State coach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Not hanging around the sororities anymore, hopefully.
No.
Okay. It is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show along with, how long ago was that? I think I was living in Memphis when that happened. It is Kelvin Ifan, JW Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Lexus of Tucson, Nova Home Loans, Recon Auto Detail, Ride Now Power Sports Tucson, Tucson Police Department, Broadway in Tucson, Dave & Buster's Tucson, Dorado Rock, First Choice Pools, The Good Feet Store, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Ram Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community Design by Nature, University Termite and Pest Control.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's February at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have 0 interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 or visit rightwayac.com.
The new Blue Whale Car Wash, formerly Octopus Car Wash, is now open. They're locally owned and operated and offer many ways for you to save. Start now by downloading the Blue Whale Car Wash app. Then visit their website at bluewhalecarwashaz.com to find a location near you. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram and Facebook for even more savings. And for a limited time, their exterior-only wash is $5 at all 4 locations. Blue Whale Car Wash, proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Experiencing the Sonoran Desert's natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rockin' K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockinK.com. Designed by nature, built for you. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Thana Autumn Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Get the backyard you've always wanted with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you're ready to dive in, then visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Schedule now and get 3 months of full service free. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools, the first and only choice.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Make sure your family is safe and warm during the cooler months. I'm Ron Arenas, the owner of Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Heating is our middle name, and we can make sure your furnace is running efficiently. Call us at 520-440-4069 for honest heating and plumbing service to the Tucson area for over 20 years.
Southern Arizona Radiology Associates have been dedicated to providing superior images and quality care for the last 35 years. They're the one you trust when you need an X-ray, CT scan, ultrasound, mammogram, or MRI. They have locations in Tucson, Green Valley, and Sierra Vista. Ask your doctor to refer you to Southern Arizona Radiology Associates today. That's Southern Arizona Radiology Associates. Visit their website at sararadiology.com or call 520-335-6849 for more information.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is cooler here, and so pests are seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? University Termite and Pest Control has been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control for the past 50 years. You can too. University Termite and Pest Control. Find us online at bepestfree.com.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Here's Bradley for the Wildcats. Through the lane, under to Ballo, slam it home.
Jaden Bradley, strong move to his left, just dropped it in the breadbasket for Ballo.
And Oumar Ballo gets to 20 points on the night with a...
Oumar Ballo would finish with 22 points, 8 of 8. I wonder how many times he's done. I don't know if he's done that this year. Perfect shooting for Oumar Ballo. 22 points, 13 rebounds. It is the 4th time in his career that he has had a 20 and 10. First time he's done that this season. 7th double-double this year. 21st double-double of his career for Oumar Ballo, who finished 8 for 8 from the floor tonight in a 91-65 win for number 11 Arizona over California. Let's review our keys to the game.
Wildcats fans, how did today's keys to the game go for the Wildcats? Keys to the game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
All right, I believe it was Kelvin up first today.
Jalen Tyson, I just think you have to slow him down. I always start with my defensive stop, so I would like Pella on him from the start, and KJ Lewis as well, get a little shot at him because of the size that Tyson has, especially if he plays. And then also Keyshawn, use his size against him as well. Limit open threes. Again, I just think that's for the rest of the year until we figure out how far they go. I think that's going to be something that they need to worry about. Limit open threes. You want to make sure you got a hand there on the catch. And then my last one is I just want to see Keyshawn Johnson stay aggressive. At least 12 points. I want to say how many shots, but he's not a guy that really looks for a lot of shots. So I want to say at least 12 points. I don't care how you get them. Free throws, threes, you know what? I just think 12 or more points really helps this team out.
13 shots for Keyshawn Johnson tonight. Went 6 of 13 to get his 15 points. So he took a lot of shots. Didn't necessarily.
For him,
for sure. How did you like the way they defended Jalen Tyson?
Oh, I thought they did a good job against him. I think he was a little injured, so we didn't, maybe didn't get the best of him, even though he did get 10 boards and 10 points and 4 assists. But he's a guy that if he doesn't get 20, I think his average was, 20, 21 or something in the league. They held him under, 10 points under his. There's no way for a team like Cal to be able to compete against you when you lock up one of their leading scorers.
You want to take a guess how many times Keyshawn shot more than 10 times this year?
None.
More than 10 times. More than 10 field goals.
I think he's got maybe 1 or 2.
Well, he had 13 tonight, so obviously 1. But how many times in the season?
I said 0.
So that's 2 total. I'd say
5
2.
times.
Okay.
14 versus Duke. 10 shots up versus Wisconsin. 13, follow that up with 13 versus Purdue. 11 versus Utah. 11 versus Oregon State. And then 13 tonight versus Cal.
There you go.
So his season, I was looking to see if 13 was close to his season high. 14 is his high field goal attempts versus Duke, but 13 twice.
And in terms of Oumar Ballo, I was wondering out loud just a few minutes ago. He went 9 for 9 last year in a game against Washington, and he went 8 for 8 last year in the game against Oregon State. So he's had 2 games where he's taken 8 or more shots and made
the
them
Creighton game. I think he was like 7 for 8. I mean, that whole Maui trip, I think he shot 85%,
was 14,
90%.
Yeah, he was 14 of 17 against Creighton. 5 of 6 against San Diego State, 8 of 11 against Cincinnati on that trip. Yeah, he shot pretty much 80% in Maui, which is why he is known as Maui-O. When you shoot 80% in Maui, you're Maui-O for the rest of your life. JW went second today.
Similar, my number 1 is not necessarily Tyson related, but all of them, because they're playing 6 out of their top 8 rotation guys are guards. They playing a ton of guards, 4-guard lineups all over the place. And Madsen has those guys aggressive. If you watch some of their games, they're really taking the ball strong. So number 1, keep the drivers in front of you. They're running those 4-guard lineups. They're playing downhill. That's super important. Number 2, get to the ball first. So those lineups with all those guards, you're talking about a lot of long rebounds. Other than Fardaz Aimaq, he is their only big strong rebounder. So as far as a lot of the rebounds are getting from guards, you got to beat those guys to the ball. You got to have the guards boxing out. Don't get too fast break happy. Don't get out in the transition too early because long rebounds are going to be all over the place. Number 3, I usually don't like to put numbers on these keys, but I got a number for you. 5 minutes for Conrad Martinez. And the reason for that is because
5 minutes.
5 minutes. He's played 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and 12 minutes. He's done it before this season. What I'm saying is I want the guys in the rotation to take care of business. I want them to come in, take this game as seriously as any other team that they've played this year. Cal's obviously coming on a 2-game win streak. I want to see the guys in the starting 5 and the 2-3 guys off the bench that come in. I want them to play at the highest level possible, play that Arizona standard.
There you go. I like that. 5 minutes for Conrad. What's his nickname again?
El Jefecito.
El Jefe. El Jefecito or something like
Little
that?
Boss, I think.
Little Boss, indeed. 4 minutes for Conrad. Came up just 1 minute short.
Close enough.
And how about the fact that they only had, well, I mean, first of all, California didn't shoot the ball very well in the game in its entirety. They shot just 37%, but just 35 in the first half. They only had 4 shots at the rim in the first half. That was it.
Yeah, they kept them in front. I mean, I've been watching Cal, their tapes from the last 2 games, their 2 wins, and they've been at the rim a lot. I mean, with those guards, they have not been shooting a ton of threes. They've been getting in the lane. And obviously, drive and kick is a huge part of modern basketball. But yeah, the big thing clearly that Madsen's teaching those guys or, has gotten in their ear about is trying to get downhill, trying to get to the rim and put rim pressure on. And I think the Arizona guards, I think that was the most impressive thing to me in the first 5-10 minutes of the game was just how solid the on-ball defense was. Because we've seen a couple times this year, guys, where the Arizona guards might have let some drives, might have let some guys get past them, but that was not the case tonight.
And my keys were, my number 1 key is don't lose Jalen Cone. Keep your eyes on Jalen Cone because if you do not, he could get lost in this offense, and he might start knocking down 3-pointers, and you don't want that to happen. Also, I want to see Pelle Larsson. And Pelle's had some good numbers of late. He's averaging 15 points and 4 rebounds and 4 assists over the last 4 games, but I still think he's been a little bit sloppy with the basketball at times. And so I want to see a little bit more offensively under control. Pelle Larsson making crisp passes, not taking the ball. If he's taking the ball to the hole, taking it to the hole strong, but taking a little bit better care of the basketball. I want to see that tonight from Pelle Larsson. And from Kylan Boswell, we saw him a little bit more in the lane in that game against Oregon. I want to see him more in the lane, maybe distributing. Let's get back to some of those high assist numbers we saw. I mean, if you're going to put a number on it, maybe five plus assists for Kylan Boswell tonight. I think that would be something good because we've seen the assist numbers as a whole for the team drop, I think, since the start of Pac-12 play, and I'd like to see those numbers go back up down the stretch as you start to get closer to Pac-12 conference play. 5 assists for Kylan Boswell tonight, so that was good to see. 5 assists to 2 turnovers. Only 1 turnover for Pelle Larsson, and he also had 3 assists in the ball game, so that was nice to see. No turnovers, no big turnover numbers for Pelle Larsson, and they didn't really lose Jalen Cone. He took 6 threes. He only made 1. Not a good night for Jalen Cone. Only 5 points in the ball game. So pretty successful there in accomplishing those 3 things for the Arizona Wildcats.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I think, Cone's put up 188 threes so far this season. So I think just limiting the amount of looks he got at the rim was a big, obviously, it must have been drawn up on the board before the game in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I think that the defense from Oregon and that win of beating Oregon after not, winning there in forever and Oregon being number 1 in conference, I think that may have gave these guys some confidence. And again, I don't know until we get to a road game, so I can really know another road game because at home we just play so well. But it looked like that they took a little bit of that energy from that Oregon defense that they played there and brought some of that home.
That is what we thought needed to happen for the Wildcats to win against California.
Wildcats fans, that's a look at your keys to the game. They're brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
Wildcats Radio 1290 and Coors Light want to send you to the Pac-12 Men's Basketball Tournament March 13th to the 16th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Grand prize, 2 all-session passes, $1,000 in cash cards to cover travel, hotel, whatever you want. And if you want to win, you got to head on over to our website right now, wildcatsradio1290.com. Sign up for this awesome chance to see the final Pac-12 Men's Basketball Tournament. Again, 2 all-session passes, $1,000 in cash cards. Good luck from Coors Light and wildcatsradio1290.com. 91-59, California wins. Final seconds are ticking off at the Galen Center. Oregon will defeat Southern California 78-69 on your Mesquite Valley Growers scoreboard. So the Ducks and the Wildcats stay even in the Pac-12 conference going in to the weekend games. Of course, Oregon will go over and take on UCLA, and the Wildcats will host the Stanford Cardinal on Sunday. All right, let's get another break in here. We come back. We'll hear from head coach Tommy Loy, put some final thoughts from Calvin Ifan, and a whole lot more. It's the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show. Arizona knocks off California 91-65. Along with Calvin Ifan and JW Madden, I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Okay, kids, we're home. Everybody out.
Ew, my feet are stuck.
In what, honey?
On the floor.
Ew. Take off your shoes. Tommy, come carry your sister into the house.
What do you do when the car you use the most has the least amount of time to get clean? Let Recon Auto Detailing, Arizona's premier auto detailing company, come to you and turn your busiest car back into your best. From basic cleaning to a full detail, Recon Auto Detailing. Online at recondetail.com.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez of Meridian Wealth Management, and I'd like to invite you to our complimentary retirement income workshop held every Friday at 10 a.m. in our offices at the Williams Center. We discuss the key risks in retirement, how retirement has changed, and how to best plan for success. A recent study showed 60% of retirees would go back and plan differently if they could. We want to help you avoid the would've, could've, should've. Call our office at 719-1433 to reserve your seat today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
You know it, your neighbors know it, and let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be, but thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was, and even better. Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials, the right service, the right product, the right price.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Driving the lane, dunking on the competition, and playing as a team. These are things we'll see this season watching our Wildcats play basketball. These happen to be the things you'll also find when you buy your next vehicle from O'Reilly Chevrolet. The only difference is at O'Reilly, nobody gets penalized for traveling. Heck, we actually encourage it. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or find new roads at O'Reilly.com, where you can experience our version of a steal. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
At Nova Home Loans, we believe everyone deserves the opportunity to enjoy the independence that comes with home ownership. Whether you're a first-time home buyer who needs down payment assistance, have less than perfect credit, or looking to refinance, Nova has a variety of home loan programs for your unique situation. Visit novahomeloans.com or call 800-955-9125 to learn more. Not a commitment to lend or extend credit. Rates and available loan programs are subject to change without notice. NMLS 3087, BK 0902429, Equal Housing Opportunity.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for quality car parts in Tucson, look no further. Advance Auto Parts has 6 Tucson locations with over 75 years in business. Advance Auto Parts is the largest car parts retailer in the U.S., and customers know they can trust their products, like Die-Hard batteries. Now with free installation, only found at Advance Auto Parts stores. Take advantage of our same-day delivery and pickup. Just visit our website at stores.advanceautoparts.com. And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Advance Auto Parts, for all your car repair needs. Now a proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or RoyalKia.com.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's February at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have zero interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 or visit rightwayac.com.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
And rebound to the Bears here with 18 seconds left. McCloskey ball knocked away, stolen by Martinez. Conrad racing to the bucket. He'll lay it up and good.
He's a pest. He's an absolute pest, and I love it.
I told DK, Kelvin, I think this was before you had rejoined us for these pre- and post-game shows, way early in this season. And I told DK, I said, I expect Conrad Martinez to get a steal every single game that he's in. Every single game.
He got that steal and the bucket late. Talk about pest. How did our pest do today? Who did you have? You guys both had Jalen Cone, right?
Yes, we did.
All right. He was not much of a pest today. Just 5
Did they
points.
have a pest?
You know who I was impressed with?
Yeah,
maybe?
Yeah.
You know who I was impressed with? I got to look it up. Hold on, because I'm blanking on his name. I was impressed with Kennedy. I was impressed with Keontae Kennedy. Yeah,
he had a couple of nice steals.
That was my pest.
Yeah,
Kennedy.
Yeah,
Keontae Kennedy. Yeah, he had a couple of nice steals. So good job on that pick because I was impressed with him today.
And I heard one of the guys say something, and I was watching him. He's one of those guys that sneaks into the NBA as a 3-and-D type of guy.
Yep.
He's about, 6'6"?
He's the one we missed because we talked about the other 4 guys that got on that team that are five different colleges, 3 different colleges, 2 different colleges. Here's his roster is Xavier, UTEP, Memphis, Cal.
Whoa.
That's a lot of schools. Lot of schools. Didn't shoot the ball well, but like you said, defended nicely tonight. Had 3 steals.
And that's what they said on the broadcast. If he could fix that shot, I mean, if he could be consistent from the shot, he could be a 3-and-D kind of guy.
Right.
He's got the length.
Wildcats in this ball game, 7 of 24 from 3, but 4 of those 24 came from Grant Whiteman and Paulius Morauskas. So the starters, the main core guys, went 7 of 20 from 3 tonight, 35%. Kelvin, before we let you get out of here, I wanted to ask you, we heard Tommy Lloyd say earlier that he believes that Caleb Love is an All-American. Do you concur that Caleb Love is, and again, when you say All-American, that might mean first team, second team, third team. I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily first team. I don't know if Caleb Love is a first team All-American, but if you're putting 2 guards on each of those 3 teams, I definitely think he's one of the best 6 guards in the country. I would say that.
Yeah, you see a smile on my face, man, because I heard Coach say it. And when I heard Coach say that, man, I was like, oh, he's really in the family now. When I heard him say it, I said, oh, he official. He official. He don't got to tiptoe around the kitchen no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's in, man. I mean, to hear your coach politic like that for you, man, it can make you emotional, man. To see all the guy went through at, UNC, all the stuff people were saying about him. People were unsure of how he would fit in down here, if he would get in Boswell's way. I've even heard of that he's hampering Boswell's development. I was like, what? But anyway, I just it's real cool for a coach to come out and say that in the media because, first of all, it's facts. He's playing well. Again, some of those games where he's having to take a lot of shots, I think it's because, other guys can't get him at that time. The defenses are locking in, and he's the only guy can get free to get him. But for the coach to say that, man, they're just telling the rest of the team that we believe in him, and he's one of ours. He's a Wildcat now. And so I'm excited for him and want to see where that goes because I think that getting that confidence, because he could have took that way the other way when Coach said, hey, don't try to break a record. I mean, because sometimes, depending on how you taking stuff, if you're not mature, you can take that like, what? You don't want me to break the record? Why wouldn't you want me to break the record? You know what I mean? So for him to be mature enough to understand where Coach is coming from, it's cool to see Coach politicking for those for him to be in that conversation and letting people know that, hey, not against any of the other guys on the team, but this guy right now is the one that's performing like an All-American.
And there's a reason, like DK doesn't like watch lists, but 2 days ago a list came out. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it.
Yeah, so they have 20 finalists for the Wooden Award.
Yeah.
For the Wooden Award, and there's 2 Pac-12 players who made this list. Caleb Love being one of them, and KJ Simpson being the other one. So this list just came out on the 30th. One other thing is we're talking about Caleb's coming from a reputation at North Carolina of maybe, I don't know if shooting teams out of games is the right way to put it, but guys, that was the whole point, right? Of coming to Tommy Lloyd's system and playing within that team concept is, I never hear it like, hey, slow down, buddy. You got 22. Let your other teammates take some shots. I don't hear it like that at all. What I hear it is long term and in the long run, the whole team's better when Pelle Larsson gets 8 shots every game. The whole team's better when Keyshawn Johnson is letting it fly whenever he gets an open look. And if Caleb Love is on one and he's shooting every second, third time down the court, and he's taking maybe a third or a quarter of the shots for the team, then you're not getting any of those in-game reps that you need this time of year to work your way towards being the best possible team you can in March. So we already know what Caleb Love can go get his. And I just hear, when I hear those whispers about Coach Lloyd saying, okay, Caleb, look to pass a little bit, I don't hear it as a negative on Caleb at all, because I think everybody in the world with eyes knows what he could do.
All right, Kelvin, any final thoughts on this pedestrian victory tonight?
Man, hey, it was one you had to take care of,
and
I'm excited for him to get to that Stanford game and to see Stanford won. So a little of their edge is taken off. They got their one win on the road that they have to try to keep themselves in contention. But they need another big win. And what bigger win for them than winning at McHale? So I think the Wildcats got I won't say something to prove, but you got to get that little taste out of your mouth how they handled you out at third place. So you want to see that same defensive effort, but ratchet it up just a little bit more, because we know what Stanford can do from beyond the three-point arc.
All right, Kelvin, we will talk to you Sunday from the Plaza at the Click Hall of Champions. We'll be back at McHale Center live for the pregame show. All right, that is Kelvin Ifan, the captain, 1998. Let's go back to McHale Center, hear from the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats, Tommy Lloyd.
Just the Pac-12 race and the fact that it is closed because you dropped a few, et cetera. Do you guys consider that, or is it more just overall kind of?
Hey, of course. Anytime you have a chance to compete for a championship, you consider it. Obviously, it's, fortunately for us, it's not the BCS where only a few teams get into the tournament. So, obviously the ultimate goal is to get the NCAA tournament and play as long as you can. But, if there's a championship on the line, we're going to compete for it.
Part of the approach looked a lot like being aggressive in the paint. 40 paint points, forced 20-plus fouls against them. Was that part of the game plan coming in?
That's our game plan for us every night. That's not. We like to, whether we attack the paint on penetration, transition, a post up. We love to do that. So we want to establish our kind of our advantages, and I think our guys did a good job of that today. When Oumar plays with the effort energy he has the past couple of games, we're a different team.
Did that exceptionally well tonight, or is it just?
Yeah, I think the guards are, I thought Pella and Caleb did a really good job just kind of settling into the game and not trying to do too much. Sometimes you have really good experienced players, they get in those games, and, they're good enough players that they have some freedom, so maybe they take advantage of it sometimes. But today, I think they really settled in and played great team basketball.
Like Kylan was driving the lane and being more aggressive tonight. I know you talked about that after the Oregon game. Is that the type of game you want to see from him?
Yeah, for sure. We love Kylan when he's doing that. I think that's an area he can continue to grow. And then the more experience he gets doing that, the more experience, he gets making real game decisions, and the decisions weren't always perfect today, but, as he gets the experience, they'll get better.
You noted that you're a little hard on yourself not getting Paulius and Conrad on Phil as many minutes as you'd like him.
Of course I'd like to get him more minutes, but ultimately, we're trying to build this team to win a championship. So, sometimes I got to make tough decisions, and those guys are really good players, and it doesn't do them justice just to go in at the end of a game, but they've both been practicing really well. Conrad's made, tremendous strides in practice. I think every one of our guys would tell you that he's a pain in the ass.
Is it hard though? When you have to, the way the transfer portal is these days, do you have to keep guys like that happy, or you just figure that's the way it goes?
I mean,
like with the way O'Donnell went.
I have a job to do the best job I can for the University of Arizona with this basketball program. So you have to make tough choices, and we have great kids, and we have honest conversations with them, and I think Steve Kerr was one of the smartest guys I know, and he had a player complaining about his role, and Steve's like, well, I was unhappy for 15 years in the NBA with my role. I mean, it's when it's a high level competitive game, and unfortunately you can't make everybody happy or satisfied.
Point about the team basketball, I think there were 4 or 5 guys with 4 assists, or 3 assists, 6 guys with 4 more rebounds, including guys off the bench. Is it important that the ones that are coming off the bench, if they're not scoring, that they're doing something to?
Well, everyone has different strengths and weaknesses and what they can bring to the table, and ultimately we want to put people in the position they're playing to their strengths. And I thought they did that tonight. And for us, ball movement and player movement kind of help us, negotiate that and find other teams' weaknesses. I thought we had a few really good possessions tonight where it was, maybe it felt like a broken play, but it ended up with a really solid decision. I think KJ was the recipient of one and made a 3 kind of right in front of me in that second half, and that was kind of my highlight of the day.
Can you talk about the job Keshad did defensively with Callison scoring? The guy's been averaging 21 points on the road, shooting a high efficiency.
He's a really good player, and they're asking him to do a lot, and I know last game, it looked like he had some cramping issues. I don't know, so, listen, I'm not saying we did anything crazy on him today, but we switched some stuff up a little bit, and I really wanted to challenge Keshad with that matchup, and obviously we had Pella in our back pocket if it didn't work out, but I thought Keshad did a great job, and he's really kind of coming into his own as a player, and he has, you're kind of expecting this production every night from him on the offensive end, and he plays great defense.
You mentioned Oumar getting back to that level, playing harder. Do you feel like he's back at the kind of level he can be at, and if so, what's kind of been the key to get him there?
I think his key just comes down to energy, effort, and outworking people. When you put energy and effort with that force and that mass, that's a problem. And he did it today. I thought he played a really clean game. I thought he really did. I think, he was really difficult for them to handle today.
Thoughts on just that he misses a free throw, fans are cheering.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, you know the deal. Hey, Arizona's a special place. And we talked about this a couple press conferences ago. I think the press conference you skipped, Bruce. So you might not have caught this. Some teams have followers. We got fans, and our fans are participating with our program, and that's what makes this place special. And I know the university might be going through some tough times and some changes, but this place is an effing awesome place, and it's special.
Something you had mentioned in a previous press conference that looking at Stanford, you wonder why they hadn't won more games after the last time you played them. What have you seen from them since? And
they're a good team. They're dangerous. I watch them on film, and I'm not comfortable, and so we got to figure out, in the next, what do we got, 48 hours to prepare, how to come out and play a better game against them than we did last time. And hopefully they got our guys' attention this time around.
Good that you didn't have to have Caleb have a great game to do as well as you did, or he was just another dude in the lineup.
Yeah, I think that's really, for me, that's really cool. I don't mind Caleb having good games, but I thought his 36 points at Oregon was tremendous because I thought it all came within the flow of the game, and he's playing with tremendous efficiency and tremendous confidence right now, and even in that. In the course of that game, I thought there was a couple times he could have pressed. He took a tough 2-for-1 at the end of the first half, and I talked to him about that. He knew it wasn't right. So he's really, he's a special player. Like I've said earlier, he looks every bit the part of a first-team All-American to me.
All right, that's the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats, Tommy Lloyd. So interesting, he touched on that 2-for-1. Thought that was maybe not the right decision there by Caleb Love there.
Yeah, and I think what I heard Coach Lloyd say is Caleb knew it.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not the fact that he took a 2-for-1. It's the fact that, what Kelvin said is you don't want to jack up a bad shot just to try to get yourself an extra possession.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you make every possession in the game count. Every possession count. Now, I was making a joke about 3-for-2s because that's what Chris Paul and those guys been doing for 10-plus years. They think that way. They think in a 3-for-2. But those guys are also among the 0.0001% best basketball players in the history of the world. These guys are not at that level. So at the, and again, Caleb Love, incredible one-on-one player. In that situation, score or not, like it doesn't matter if you're up by 20. You just want to make sure that you get a good shot. So 2 for 1 is not a good thing, as we discussed at length earlier, if you're rushing the shot and it's not an effective possession.
And U of A is a great effing place.
Great.
Love it.
Great. I mean, and we've known that forever. I mean, I grew up in this program. I grew up in this program in the mid-'80s when they weren't good, right? Before they got really good. And the fan support for the last 35 years has always been there, even through the downs, right? There's been a few downs. And the fan support will always be there. And so if you airball a free throw, the fans aren't going to boo. The fans are going to clap. They're going to get your back. Because that's the family environment that's been created here and will continue to be here. And I'm glad that people who, are maybe newer to the program, DK. I mean, Coach Lloyd's been here now for 2.5, 3 years. But he gets it. He really gets it and understands, how important the program is to so many people. And you hear that in those cheers for a guy like Oumar Ballo when he airballs his first free throw and they pick him up.
All right, final break of the night. We'll come back and give you your scoreboard and a little bit more. It's the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Lexus of Tucson, Nova Home Loans, Recon Auto Detail, Ride Now Power Sports Tucson, Tucson Police Department, Broadway in Tucson, Dave & Buster's Tucson, Dorado Rock, First Choice Pools, The Good Feet Store, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Ram Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community Design by Nature, University Termite and Pest Control.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is cooler here, and so pests are seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? University Termite and Pest Control has been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control for the past 50 years. You can too. University Termite and Pest Control. Find us online at bepestfree.com.
Driving the lane, dunking on the competition, and playing as a team. These are things we'll see this season watching our Wildcats play basketball. These happen to be the things you'll also find when you buy your next vehicle from O'Reilly Chevrolet. The only difference is at O'Reilly, nobody gets penalized for traveling. Heck, we actually encourage it. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or find new roads at O'Reilly.com, where you can experience our version of a steal. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort. Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's February at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have 0 interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 or visit rightwayac.com.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Broadway in Tucson presents the Rockin' 2023-2024 season featuring 8 blockbuster productions including Disney's Aladdin, The Book of Mormon, Hairspray, and Chicago. Enjoy the Southern Arizona musical premieres of Tina, the Tina Turner Musical, Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Time of the Temptations, MJ the Musical, and Mrs. Doubtfire. Secure your choice season tickets today and get the ultimate in flexibility and the lowest prices all season. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your season tickets today.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock & K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Explore natural open space, a network of connecting trails, and a community park within the Vale School District. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rock & K with home savings up to $35,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez-Lee, President of Meridian Wealth Management. As a fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290. The Pac-12 scoreboard is brought to you by Mesquite Valley Growers. Mesquite Valley Growers. Real growers, real experience, real nursery.
Number 11, Arizona knocks off California 91-65 at McHale Center. Elsewhere, it was Stanford over Arizona State 71-62. So Stanford remains a game behind the Wildcats and the Oregon Ducks, who beat USC tonight 78-69 out in Los Angeles. The Bruins from UCLA hold on to knock off Oregon State 71-63. UCLA is now 5-5 on the season. One other game in the top 25, we mentioned it earlier. Nebraska takes down number 6 Wisconsin 80-72 in that ball game. 22 points for CJ Wilcher for the Corn Huskers.
Their last 4 in right now.
Yeah. Also, today in the WNBA, Ari McDonald was traded from the Atlanta Dream to the LA Sparks for Jordan Canada, my 2 favorite guards of the recent era. Jordan Canada, who went to UCLA, Ari McDonald, who went to Arizona. Ari is headed to LA to play for the Sparks. In 3 seasons, she has averaged 9 points and 3 assists. That is a check of your scoreboard. Mauricio, you got about 2 minutes. Close it down tonight.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. We're back to football season again.
Hey, Mo, are you there?
Mo, wake up. Mauricio.
Let's record some of this just for a promo if we need it.
Really?
All right, well.
All right, Mauricio, next time, brother.
Love you, Mo.
Sleep tight, Mo. Sleep tight, brother. Sleep tight. Final thoughts, J-Dub.
Just really impressed with how they came out really focused and really, decided that Cal wasn't going to score much in that first 5-10 minutes, and that was basically the game, similar to what happened up in Berkeley. So just really glad that they all came together. It's really that whole five players of one mind kind of thing. You can really tell when they're all on the same page. And I just think defensively, especially tonight, and I really like the crispness that they were moving the ball. I think that they're such a better offensive team when they make crisp, sound, quick decisions and move the ball around without playing around with it too much. And I saw that on both sides. Just impressed. Really looking forward to that game on Sunday.
All right, it'll be a big day on Sunday because we are going to have a whole lot of basketball for you. We've got a doubleheader, men and women. The women will get things going. Our coverage will start at 11:30. We'll have a little pregame show for you from about 11:30 to 11:45, leading into the coverage with Derek Palmer from McHale Center, Arizona, and Arizona State. At 11:45, coverage begins. Tip-off of that ball game coming up a little bit after 12 o'clock, it'll be the rematch as the Arizona State Sun Devils got walloped by the Wildcats in Tempe back in December. Then we'll come on the air after the women's game is over. The broadcast is over, probably around 2:15 or so. We'll take you, Meridian Wealth Management, countdown to tip-off right up to 5 o'clock, and then tip-off is at 6 o'clock for the game on Sunday, number 11 Arizona and the Stanford Cardinal. I'd like to thank all of the folks who were part of these broadcasts tonight. You've got AJ Camacho on the AM side. You've got Dusty Dale on the FM side. For Calvin Efon and JW Madden, my name is David Kelly. Once again, your final score tonight from McHale Center in front of 14,688. The number 11 Arizona Wildcats, 91. The California Golden Bears, 65. We'll talk to you, DK, on the Sports Tip tomorrow at 3. Until that time, have a great night, everybody, and bear down, Arizona.
We're the Cats, we play out west, and we're working hard to be our best. Ask anyone and you will find we don't do drugs, it wrecks your mind.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We have the Arizona Wildcats covered on game day like no one else. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Need a place to talk sports? You've come to the right place. CBS Sports Radio. Live from Milwaukee, it's Bart Winkler.
CBS Sports Radio, I am Bart Winkler, 855-212-4227. David Shepard's here. Marco Belletti.